Jayantu mamangani Vak pranaschakshushrotramato Balamindriyani cha sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Nirakaranam me astu Tadatmani nirate Upanishadsu dharmaha Te mayi santu Te mayi santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. What is self-evident? Doesn't need to become evident. For you to say something exists, that object has to become evident to you. It becomes evident through a means of knowledge. The means of knowledge you employ, either it is direct perception or what is inferred through perception, perceptual data. Then you can say it is. This object is. Sometimes the object is witnessed by you without senses, like an emotion. You don't use senses. But the emotion becomes evident to you. Either the object becomes evident to you through senses, or without senses directly, it becomes evident to you. Without sense organs, directly evident to you like emotion. Or through inference, it becomes evident to you. Then when I say it all becomes evident to you, you must be evident to you. You, the meaning of the word you, self, should be evident to you. Its existence is evident to you. So to whom the self becomes evident is the self. That is what we say self-evident. Self is evident to the self. Everything else is evident to the self. Self is evident to itself. And this is what we say self-evident. In every evidence there is knowledge, in every knowledge there is consciousness, and therefore what is self-evident is consciousness, meaning of the word consciousness. In the sense, because of what you are able to see me. Sight is sight consciousness, sound is sound consciousness. This consciousness is the nature of the self. And that is self-evident, self-existent. That is a jump you have to make. Self-existent. Yad vacha anabhyutitam yena vak abhyudyate. Now, a series of sentences here. This is a typical Upanishad. Upanishad Vakyas are like that. One is enough, etc. they won't put. They don't put in all this, etc. Brahman, etc. I have read this like that. The Brahman, etc. Atma, etc. Sat, etc. न तत्र चक्षुर गच्छति न वाग गच्छति no manaha. Then how are you going to arrive at the existence? Na tatra chakshuhu na gacchati na vag gacchati navu manaha, not indeed even the mind. And yad vacha anabhyutitam yena vak abhyudyate. Then yen manasa na manute yenahur mano matam. Now, etc. is not there. Yet chakshusha. Yet chakshusha na pashyati. Yena chakshugumsi pashyati. Yat shrotrena na shrunoti. Yena shrotramidam shrutam. Yat pranena na praniti. Yena pranaha praniyate. Tad Brahma. Tadeva Brahma. Tad Brahmaiva. Tadeva Brahma, one type of emphasis. Tad Brahmaiva. It's very clear. So that which is not available for objectification, and that is beyond all of them, and that doesn't require to be objectified. That sentence they won't add, that class. The modern Vedanta, and when I say modern Vedanta, this is what modern Vedanta. They will say it is beyond words, it's beyond mind. They cannot say, I don't know why, they cannot say that that doesn't require any means of knowing to prove its existence. Satta, I am. You don't need to consult anybody. Do you exist or not? Pooch ke bataun na. So there is no pooch ke bataun. I exist. Only when you ask for a donation, pooch ke bataun. Whether I exist or not is never a question to anybody. Nobody is ignorant enough to question one's existence. Nobody asks somebody, did you see me somewhere? Very seriously. If you talk to a Kumbhakoni, Kumbhakonam is a place. And the one who lives in Kumbhakonam is called Kumbhakoni. If you ask him, suppose somebody asks him, did you see me somewhere? Oh, yeah. I saw you in Thiruvarur. When did you see me? This morning I saw. Thank you. He went to Thiruvarur, this fellow. Sent him to Thiruvarur. That's about 25 miles. That's called Kumbhakonam. It's called Kumbhakonam. Send him. Then the Thiruvarur fellow is asked. Somebody said that I am here. I don't see the fellow. Oh, he went back to Kumbhakonam. Unless the person is not well, you have no doubt. Then what is this teaching is about? If it is so evident that I am is evident, then what it is all about, this book and things like that? I am karta bhokta. And being a bhokta, sukha dukkha subject to. I am subject to be happy and to be unhappy. And I am the doer. I earn karma phalam. Both drishtam, adrishtam. Drishtaphala, what you experience, Adrishtapala, what you would experience. Punya and Papa, translated into pleasant and unpleasant. Two types of experience. All karma phalas. This is what I am. Your problem exists only there. That I am is not a problem. That I am a samsari, in other words, is the problem. That I am is not a problem. Whether I exist or not, it's not an issue. Who I am is the issue. In that area alone, there is a problem. There is a mistake. That correction of that mistake is done by the word Brahma. I am time-bound samsari, is subject to sukha dukkha. Now happy, now unhappy. That's not the truth. The truth is, I am Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. In this particular fact alone, with reference to this fact alone, there is confusion. That is being told by the Shruti. I am Atma, this self. What is the self? That which is self-evident. Doesn't require to become evident through a means of knowledge. To whom everything becomes evident. Its existence is never questioned. But the existence is taken to be time-bound existence. Therefore, I am old. I am subject to disease, I am subject to all things that one thinks about oneself, all of them. I am not. Nedam yaditam upasate janaha. So what the people really objectify, they take them to be the attributes of themselves. You see your body and you take it to be yourself. But nobody says, I am the body. You'll never see anybody saying, I am the body. But everybody says, I am dark. I am black, I am white. I am tall, I am short. All centered on the body alone. The attributes of the body are assumed to be my attributes. Prana, I am hungry, I am thirsty, I am ill. I am old, I am young. Conditions of the mind, I am restless and so on. I have fallen in love. Now I got up. You can say anything. I got up means I'm married now. This is called positive thinking. And therefore, so these are all attributes to the self. But every fact is objectified by you. Everything becomes evident to you. What is that you? It exists. Number one, it exists. And it is self-evident. Because of evidence, it exists. Self is self-evident. Doesn't require to be objectified. Why they do not tell this? Only they talk about beyond Ananda. When you say it is beyond mind, it is beyond it. It doesn't require, it cannot be, eyes cannot see, ears cannot hear. Great Abba, Vedanta. What is self-evident? That self-evident, which is in Sanskrit called Pratyagatma. This Pratyak, only for the purpose of saying that it is not objectified, and that which is self-revealing. Shrotrasya Shrotram Yad vacha anabhyutitam yena vak abhyudyate. Therefore, Pratyagatma, to whom everything becomes evident in the form of consciousness, it is Brahman. This Brahman is elsewhere. Elsewhere talked about. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayanti abhisham vishanti tad vijignyasasva tad brahmeti. So, out of which everything has come. Understand now, Brahman. All that is here is Brahman. Because all that is here has come from Brahman. If it has come from Brahman, need not be Brahman. What has come from Brahman need not be Brahman. It only came from Brahman. No. Yena jatani jivanti. What is born is sustained by whom? Not only that, and whatever is born, when it dies, it goes back. It goes back to whom? There is no death, really speaking. Vapas jayega. Like a pot. born of clay, sustained by clay, goes back to clay. Only that much example. There the pot maker is different. Here, born of the pot maker, sustained by the pot maker, goes back to the pot maker. That means this particular pot maker, he makes pot out of himself, correct? He makes pot out of himself, therefore sustains the pot, and then it goes back to the pot maker. That is the world maker, Jagat maker. Therefore, maker, material are all one and the same. That is Brahman, Jagat Karanam Brahma. Therefore, the entire Jagat is Brahman. Born of Brahman, sustained by Brahman, goes back to Brahman, and that Brahman you are. Tad Brahmaivat Tvamasi. Tad Brahmaivat Tvam Vidhi. Understand Tvam. So I am Jagat Karanam Brahma, yes. I thought the cause of the entire Jagat is Ishvara, yes. That Ishvara I am, yes. You mean omniscient? Yes. Swamiji, I don't know how to spell omniscient. So how can you say I am omniscient? So, omniscient, that's why that word I used. Otherwise I don't use. Only on this occasion I use. Ellathukku or purpose. Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. So this, that Ishvara Ahamasmi. Therefore, it's very obvious. There is a certain, what is self-evident, which is in the form of the meaning of the word I, self. That is Param Brahma, which is Jagat Karanam. Then only it is useful. Otherwise it's useless. There is one Brahman, which is the cause of everything. There is one Brahman, which is the cause of everything. And who is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. We don't understand all these three words. Okay, Rahane Donta. So let him be so. Let that Brahman be so. It then, anyway. Let that Brahman be so. What happened to me? What did I get out of it? Do I get anything out of it? No. He is the cause of everything. Okay. So what? Hey, that is you. That means we have to go a long way. This Ayam Atma Brahma is to go a long way. But one thing we can understand here, this Brahman, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, that much we can understand happily. Cause of the entire world, we will look into that later. This is enough. You are Anantam, limitless. Brahman is limitless. That's what you are. You are limitless. In your own one, let us take one particular way of looking at this. You take one perception. Here is an object. What is that? What is that object? A flower. So this flower is different from any other object. This is entirely different. The hand that holds the flower is different. These are all different. Two different objects. And so, this is a Upanishad. Understand? This is Upanishad. Whatever that I have not talked to you, you can say. See, this is I'm always afraid to show the book because once you know there is a book, okay, book is there, I can get it. I can get the book and afterwards read. Then afterwards, now what will you do? You are sitting here, what will you do? What will you do? Book is there, okay. That's a take-home material. But now what are you going to do? I'm sitting here, whatever goes inside, I don't... By the way. So, book is a book. So these are all different objects. Understand? An object seen is discrete. It said it's an object other than every other object. Even suppose another flower. So, you got one? From where did you get this? So, here is another flower, a second flower. Is different from this flower. Even if it looks the same, but it is different, place-wise different. One ends here, other starts there. Therefore, one is different from the other. That's how you count 1, 2, 3. Therefore, these are all discrete objects. Okay? Now, look at this. this flower, discrete, flower knowledge, otherwise there is no flower. Flower knowledge. Flower consciousness, we can say. Knowledge also is okay. Flower knowledge. One flower knowledge, another flower knowledge. Minus the flower knowledge it is. Knowledge doesn't come and go. Knowledge is there, consciousness is there. Flower comes, flower goes. What is adventitious, what comes and goes is only flower. And suppose you have a word consciousness, flower, pot, table, chair, all these word consciousness, sound consciousness, then word consciousness, object consciousness. Consciousness is common. That doesn't have any limit. Consciousness is common. It is common. Endless consciousness. It doesn't end anywhere. It doesn't begin somewhere. Na udeti nastam yeti. It is aparichinna. It is not limited spatially, time-wise. It doesn't come, doesn't go. Consciousness is. Wow. It's already limitless, time-wise, space-wise, limitless. Now the object of consciousness, two different things are there. No. The whole object is consciousness. It's not that object is outside consciousness. If it is outside consciousness, you won't see it. The whole object is consciousness. The whole object is object of thought. And the thought itself is the object. And the whole thought is consciousness. Every cognition is consciousness. Like a wave is water. Your thought wave is but consciousness. Therefore, limitlessness, vastu aparichinna. That is what I said, we have to go a long way, that we will talk about it later further. Therefore, this consciousness samvit, eka. Now let us take Shabda, it is the same. Smell consciousness, taste consciousness, touch consciousness is one and the same. All the objects differ. They are one and the same. This limitless consciousness, it doesn't leave anything behind. When you see, when it is something like when you experience something, and like eating, especially when you eat certain types of food in a restaurant, and whole neighborhood, it smells that particular masala. They say it will keep the bugs away. To keep the bug away, it will not keep the bug away, I tell you. For that you have to eat 1 to 2 bulbs, full bulbs of garlic. Otherwise it won't keep any bug away, only people away. It is spoiler. And this is what they call garlic. After eating, garlic, you become garlic. You become garlic. So when you walk, garlic walks. And if you talk, garlic talks. And you breathe garlic, you do this. Oh. Why did Bhagavan create this one? Bhagavan created a lot of things. Okay. Now they think that it is a spice. I'm just telling you, you please eat. You please eat garlic, don't come anywhere near, okay? So that's... उधर से बात करना. You got freedom. Leave behind, something leaves behind. It goes, but still remains. Correct? Even camphor. If you keep it in a container and open, keep the container open, you will find the container smelling camphor but no camphor substance. It volatilizes. Little positive, so it leaves something behind. Leave something behind. Similarly, when you see a flower or whatever, that object should leave something behind upon consciousness. No. It doesn't leave anything behind. Whole consciousness is flower. When you see a flower consciousness. It is not that side of the flower or this side of the flower. The whole flower, whatever sight takes place, the whole sight is consciousness. The whole sound is sound consciousness. But whereas consciousness remains untouched. If the person who is conscious of a flower is affected by the flower, if the person is affected, but the whole person is the same consciousness. It's not that there is another consciousness or anything. That is another thought. I thought. This thought, I thought, any thought. Unaffected is asango hi ayam purushaha. Unaffected consciousness, not limited by an object, doesn't come and go. Now with reference to another perception, another's perception. It will be the same. This another itself is your perception. But assuming that there is another independent of you, but the other also is not independent of consciousness. In between the space that is there between this body, that body, and the space, all these are but consciousness. And every perception. If there is a celestial Deva, that also, Deva also is conscious, all divine consciousness. You know, some people say supra consciousness. Some people say that's a supra consciousness. Is supra, infra, ultra. Consciousness is common. Any Deva, any Gandharva, any Yaksha, any celestial, or Ishvara of all knowledge is all consciousness. There is one limitless consciousness, Param Brahma. That is Anantam, Jnanam, and is Satyam. The word Satyam you can't use elsewhere. Unnadi. There is only one. Only one place you can use the word Satyam. Not even a place. There is consciousness which is Satyam, is. The meaning of is consciousness. The meaning of consciousness is, and it is limitless. This is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Tad Brahmaiva Tvamasi. Nedam idhantaya upasate. Not this shariram. This body, mind, sense complex is called idam. Karyakarana sanghatam. The people take this body as themselves a mistake. Therefore, what is Shrotrasya Shrotram? Why do you say this way? Why don't you say consciousness is Atma? You will think there is an Atma and that is separate from you. There is an Atma separate from you. And so you will have all imaginations like this. The modern Vedanta. The modern Vedanta means, so this Atma is inner self. You have to know the inner self. Self-realization. Lopala unnadi. The lopala unnadi means it is within, deep within. So deep within, this kind of problem you will have. That is why Shrotrasya Shrotra. When you hear something, that is where Atma is. That is because of which presence, whose presence hearing takes place, that is Atma. That is the Swarupa. There is no lopala. And therefore, Shrotrasya Shrotram. This is how iti shruma purvesham yenastad vyacha chakshire. Ye naha vyacha chakshire uktavantaha. Iti shruma purvesham. So purvesham acharyanam, the Upanishad itself tells. Where will you go? What shall we do with this? Purvesham means in the previous cycle of creation only. Upachara. This is how it is start. Iti sushrama purvesham ye acharyaha naha asmakam so vyachachakshire uktavantaha. There is no other way to teach. Na vidmaha, na vijanimaha. We do not really know. Any other way of teaching. This is the only way to teach. With reference to yourself, this is how we have to teach. There is no other way of objectification. Idantaya we cannot show this is how Atma is. Then if there is Atma like that, you will say Atma ko dekha, then aur kya hai aapke paas? So, kya cheez hai? Atma cheez to dekh liya, okay. Jo chhod do. Atma to dekh liya. Sanchi, you carry a bag. And the bag may different things. You got stones, you got this, you got mala. And this is Atma. You want Atma? There is no way of idantaya. We cannot show this is what Atma is. No other upaya. This is how we teach. We have done the job with words only. With words, what I am not is negated. We use reasoning for it, for negation. Any other proposition will be dismissed. The proposition will have fallacies. And making somebody see the fallacies is what negation is about. Make the person see the fallacies. So all other propositions fall apart. There's no theory here, no belief here. They all fall apart. Self-evident Atma. When I say it is limitless, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, how are you going to negate that? So it becomes Shabda Lakshyam. The word Satyam is, but generally time-bound is, that time-bound nature is gone. Only the meaning of the root is asti. Jnanam is not particular knowledge, and therefore knowledge as such. That is what we say Chaitanya. Limitless is Anantam. All limitation is knocked off. So it stays. There is no other way of objectifying. Na vidmaha, na vijanimaha. How to teach this in any other manner? And therefore, yata yedat anushishyat. How this can be taught in any other manner? In any other manner, if somebody teaches, it's going to be wrong. it will be wrong. And therefore what now? Therefore, Anyadeva tad viditat atha aviditat adhi iti shushruma purvesham yenastadvyacha chakshire. Therefore now what? Now you can't say, I know Brahman. I know I am Brahman. I am Brahman and therefore I know Brahman. That's all what you have to say now. I know Brahman. Viditam maya Brahman. Is not an object. Viditat. Vidita. Anything vidita. Known to you, anything viditam, anything known to you, it is anyadeva. It is other than viditam. Then we can say, oh, it is not known. No. Oh, that means it is unknown. Aviditat adi. It is other than aviditam, not known. Not known means ignorant. You also told you that I don't know. It is not known to me means it is not known to you. Therefore, don't say it is not known to me. What is not known to me will become known to me. And so when it becomes known to me, when it is known, it is known. And it is not yet known. That's the meaning. Therefore, knowable it is. Knowable. Like they write, in the accounts, receivables. The receivable, bote Allah is receivables. The balance sheet is great item. Receivables, bote. There is no loss. Receivables are there so much, and there is no loss at all, receivables. When are you going to receive? From whom you are going to receive? Receivables. These are all knowables. So knowables mean that can be known, that which is subject to your knowledge. Therefore, viditat adi, aviditat adi, karyat karanat adi, neither cause nor effect. All this you can keep on telling. Viditat adi, aviditat adi. What does it mean? This only puts a spin on these fellows. It is beyond. Beyond. Then beyond means how will I ever know? It's a matter of experience. Don't think this kind of air only exists among preachers. They preach God in heaven created this world out of nothing 6,000 years ago. How can God create out of nothing? That's why He's God. That's why He's God. Oh. Out of nothing, He created everything. Do you think God requires anything? Yes, He doesn't require anything. He's God. He is Almighty. Out of nothing, He created this world. He uses a lot of air. Air means you inflate every word so that it can float and reach you. Otherwise it'll be falling. As he speaks, it will fall. Topu topu. It will fall down. And therefore he will just make the words travel to you. You think that's only a special privilege of preacher. Apna tribe, our own tribes are there. Same thing. How will we know this? It is beyond words. All right, beyond words. You just reduce all the air first. Press karke, deflate karna. All the words you have to first deflate. Then only it will work. Deflate all the words. Then beyond words. Come on, beyond words. Say that. Don't say beyond words. Don't say that. Beyond words. That's enough. We understand that. You don't say beyond words. Not necessary. Okay? Then how will we know? It's a matter of experience. Come on, tell me matter of experience. Tell me matter of experience. All right, matter of experience. All right, matter of experience. Who experiences this? When you experience, you know. Come on. என்னையா கதை அடிக்கிற? क्या बात है ये तो? It's a matter of experience. Who is experiencing? Who is the experiencer? I am the experiencer. And about me I have to know. How will I experience? When you experience, you know. You don't require to be told by anybody. It is a matter of personal experience. You say it is non-dual. Yes, it's non-dual experience. You understand how much gadbodu. Don't. It's not only the privilege. The preacher has the privilege of inflating the words. Even Vedantins somehow borrow the privilege. Viditat anyate. Aviditat anyate. It is you. It is self-evident. It is jnanam, it is satyam, it is anantam. If it is satyam, anything you add, it is satyam. If it is anantam, anything you add, it is anantam. If it is jnanam, anything you add, it is jnanam. You remove anything, it is jnanam. It is anantam. It is satyam. Add anything. Remove anything. It is satyam. And therefore, so tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yaditam upasate. Now, the students are sitting there, obvious. Question is from one person. And there seemed to me a few students sitting there. And one boy, one person, why boy here? One person, maybe Vayo Vriddaha, it's all Upanishad. So one person answers the question. He's going to answer the question. He didn't make a question. I mean, he's not asking a question to answer. But one of them, the teacher had a breather, and one of the students answers or makes a mention. What mention? He says, I think I know. He's making a bold statement. Eh? If you say, I don't know, you are done. If you say, I know also, you are done. And one of them tells, I think I know. By me it is known. That's how he says, Viditam manye. What? In the look of the teacher, what? Then he tells, what does he mean by that? Very famous, confusing statement. We will see. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om